absolutely love that intro, guys, okay? I'm addicted to Virgin Galactic Fridays. If you are too, then smash that like button, squeeze that subscribe button, and maybe join our crazy Discord community on x10masterclass.com with a discount code just valid for a couple of days more. 10 space for 10% off, and you get lifetime access to the craziest and most vibrant space community out there that is available here on YouTube in terms of space stock. And let me drive you through or fly you through today's topic. We will talk about the space performance. We will talk about the stock chart. We will talk about the most main topic right now, why you don't and you should sell your stocks before the test flight. Moreover, we will dive into the new space advisory board that Space just formed, and let's go. Okay guys, the space performance over the last couple of weeks is just unbelievable, all right? And still there are some days, like for example on Wednesday, which is as of this recording yesterday, minus 7.63%. This is obviously profit taking, all right? If a stock goes up with, since the beginning of this year, the 3rd of January, until now, more than 125%, then you can expect that people are pocketing some money, all right, some profits. They will think, well, should I really go into the risk of the test flight and so on? But what is more risky? To, be not inside the stock when the stock goes long-term higher, or being in the stock when there's a test flight coming up? So I believe, and this is, just proven over and over and over and over and over again, because I'm seeing all the comments below the videos, people are saying, well, I saw it going from 17 to 24, I sold it at 24, and then I thought I can go back in, but then I missed it, and then I don't want to pay the price at 30, and now it's 50 something, all right? So this is the dilemma that you're actually doing. And not only that, guys, imagine in some countries you will pay taxes on your profits, which are deducted immediately, and therefore even this tax money, even though it's not yours, but this don't make money on the taxes. So you can imagine that, the profit that was made on the tax money. I'm not a big fan of swing trading. I'm not a big fan of, short-term investing. Long-term investing proved over and over and over again. Doesn't matter if it's Netflix, if it's Tesla, if it's Amazon, Apple, all of those companies just have always, with further development of their products and innovation, always new time highs. But let's dive into the performance of the last week, because since our last Virgin Galactic episode, we a little bit gave up. The last, highest point that I saw here was on the 27th of January, where we, finished the day at 58.60. Intraday, we were also more than 60, guys, and this is just showing us the potential. But let's dive into the stock chart of Virgin Galactic. Alright, let's look into the Virgin Galactic stock, our favorite stock, not only on a Fridays, but, just recently the gain is absolutely fantastic. Let's start with the 3 months chart, because here we can see that we had a nice trend upwards here that was actually exited on the 9th of February, okay? So important would be now that we hold at least this resistance here just below 50, and then I would say another one would be here at 43.4. As you can see, it's also the middle here of the Bollinger Band. Then the very big resistance here is definitely at 33, which is also the 50 moving average. So we have a couple of resistance here I don't think we should go very much further below 50. I said it on Twitter the other day, you know, to go into the test flight with around 50 would be fantastic. Also here you can see, obviously we were here quite overbought, so a nice, you know, retreat here or small correction with, you know, a high 7% on one day lose or decline is absolutely super healthy, guys. Okay, stonks don't go only up, right? Other than that, if you are looking then into the 1 month chart, you see that this looks then not that crazy, you know. I mean, charts can look very, very crazy when they are watched on a very long period. Here you can see even looks even crazier. But the RSI levels here are going back as well to around 62, which is fantastic. Here you can see that you know, we were here at 62 or 60 levels also when we started this whole journey. So a small pullback, you know, a little bit bigger than we had here before is always very healthy. And you know, the most important part at this stage of a company is obviously a successful test flight, and therefore I'm super excited. I hope you too. And let's dive into why you actually shouldn't sell Virgin Galactic just before the test flight. Why you don't sell before the test flight? Well, it's always a bad idea to trade before or after an event of a company, okay? Let's take the example of Tesla. Every time you would purchase the stock just before the event, you know, you would actually lose money. And I'm talking high 1% numbers here, okay? If it was the battery day, if it was the Cybertruck, if it was, you know, the autonomous day, all of those events were a trigger for people to sell after. First, sell the news, and second, it's the, you know, sometimes hard to comprehend information that you have, and just Wall Street sometimes is a little bit slow because, you know, it's a mix between analysts that, you know, having spread their time over different companies and cannot deep dive like we are specialized in just a handful of companies. And on the other side, you are having retail investors that also don't really put the work into this research. So this is the problem. Now, going back to Virgin Galactic, it's actually other way around. So if you are in a stage where single events can impact the stock quite significantly, like now the test flights or presentations or change of CEO, then those events are actually tremendously important to be inside the stock, because once you lose on those 10, 15, 20, 25 gains after the event, you will lose, you know, accumulated very much winnings on the long term. And this will be money that you never can retreat if you staying, you know, till the end, even for a couple of years into Virgin Galactic. And actually the money that you would made would be much significant lower than you would have if you would just hold through the event. Let's say an example. Let's say you have invested $100 and you are taking the money out of your investment at $100. And then the stock goes up 25%. And you are just reinvesting and then just keeping on the investment. So you are at $100 and then you increase, let's say 50% or 100%, you are at $200, right? Now, let's say you would have your $100 kept throughout the event of the test flight and the stock make 25%. Then you are having $125 in your portfolio. And if then we make 100%, we are having $250, okay? Or can be 250,000, depending on your budget, obviously. But it's a huge difference then compared to the amount that you have if you pull out your money before that event. So this would be 250 versus 200. You know, this is a huge difference. And you know, as higher we go after that over the next years, as more you lose just before you pull the trigger on the sales button. Think about that. Let's dive into the next category. When Virgin Galactic announced that, I was super amazed. I was thinking, well, that's a very interesting, move in the very right direction. So what they did, they took their ex-CEO, George Whitesides, who has tremendous experience into the space industry by being with NASA, being years and decades with Virgin Galactic already, and now moved to the position of Chief Space Officer to be on top of a space advisory board that will advise Virgin Galactic with all of their experience. And if you are talking about space, guys, it's a very complex topic. And let me just show you guys what type of really big personalities are in this board. And if you want to read it for your own, go on the Virgin Galactic Instagram page or Twitter page or website. There's all information that you need, but I want to just pick up the diamond hands from this announcement. So there's, for example, Mr. Chris Hadfield, who was NASA Chief Capcom, the voice of mission control to astronauts in orbit for 25 space shuttle missions, and went through everything. Think about this guy, were so involved with every single mission for 25 years, know about challenges, know about, procedures. Having this guy on board is a tremendous opportunity for Virgin Galactic. But there's more. There's, for example, NASA astronaut Dr. Sandra Magnus, all right? She was the leadership at Department of Defense of American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Those are, in general, and there's the last one, Dr. David Whelan, Chief Science of Quebec Corporation, who previously served as Chief Scientist, Boeing Defense, Space and Security Director of DARPA's Tactical Technology Offices. This guy is, for example, we're on the very edge of very secretive next generation technology development for the government and Boeing. So, this kind of team and additional experience that will be added to the Virgin Galactic team is just so crazy. I mean, when you cannot have crazy amount of talent and add to your team, get them as advisors, okay? They will get a little bit of stock, they will get a little bit of PR and want to be part of something crazy. And this is exactly the right step for such a young company to move forward, to get really expertise for a very low cost in the end of the day. And I just love that, guys. And if you want to stay tuned through the test flight on the weekend, hopefully it will be soon announced when it will be. I will be live on Twitch. I will post it on Twitter. I will post it on Instagram. So follow me there everywhere. Those are the social media handles that you should follow. And if you want to enter our Discord chat where we have a Virgin Galactic investor channel, then check out x10masterclass.com. It will be just this price for just a couple of more days. Then I will add a Virgin Galactic case study on top of that. And then we need to increase the price, obviously. So you have the chance now not only to get it for that price, which is $297, but also you will get 10% off with 10 space discount code. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to the moon!